I want to dedicate the video to our friends from Indonesia, especially the ones that are doing the trip or are living in Jakarta, because they will have the opportunity to live 3 fantastic, exceptional days. 27th, 28th and 29th of January, Meet the Legend, organized by Juventus. Edgar Davids will be there at disposal to speak with them, to speak about the old Juve, the new Juve, to chat with them, maybe even watching the game versus Monza on Sunday. Just fantastic. But the most beautiful thing is, for 3 days in that village, they will watch around them and they will only see Juventini. Unity, being united, the message sent by the JOFC around the world is reality. And that's what Juventini of the world is meaning. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I'm super happy, I hope you are all doing well. We have an interesting video, but first, before entering in what we will speak about, I was asking myself yesterday what Federico Chiesa was staring at, why he had that beautiful smile. Today, this morning, we discovered it, because while I was preparing the video, boom boom, notification from Juventus, Federico Chiesa. There is a partnership between Federico Chiesa, Juventus and Amazon Prime, because on the 3rd of February, so in a few days, we will be able to see Back on Track. It's actually a documentary speaking about the really harsh moment in the career of Federico Chiesa while he was far away from the pitch. The teaser is fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Really, I really can't wait. Tuttosport with a big title and the question, la vogliono mandare in B? Do they really want, or are they planning to send Juventus in B? Why? If you are interested in that topic only, go immediately towards the end of the video. If you want to speak about the fact, now we know it, that Max Allegri is watching, observing the channel, remain here because we are going towards a 3-4-2-1. What happened yesterday in La Continasa? Well, while Matthias Soulé was freezing in that new training kit, by the way, some people say, Beppe, you love everything from Juve. That new training kit I'm not the biggest fan of. But meanwhile that Matthias was freezing, yesterday to warm up a bit we saw all the players running fast, and especially Di Maria and Chiesa together next to each other. It's not the only time that they will be next to each other, because Max is thinking really hard to find a way to start them also together at the same moment versus Monza. Not in a 3-5-2 like we played versus Napoli with Federico Chiesa as a wing back, but this time a bit more offensively. While all the players were warming up, something really took my attention. It is Dean Huijsen. Not only the young defender was promoted from the under-19 to the next gen, where he's now playing with regularity, but he's also training a lot of times with the first team. And not only because it was a double session in the morning with the first team and in the afternoon with the next gen, but he was there more and more and more. We see Dean Huijsen convincing Max Allegri and Juventus that he can be important. I don't expect him to see with the first team really soon, but already training, taking some experience from the big ones can be super important. We saw also Bonucci running yesterday. He will miss the next two games, the one versus Monza in Serie A, the one of Coppa Italia versus Lazio, but he should be there on the 7th versus Salernitana. In the afternoon, the test that we were all waiting for, especially for Pogba and Vlahovic, apparently it was successful, because they played really fantastically well. 2 goals for Pogba, some assists there, but also Vlahovic with a hat-trick. They are ready for Monza. Not from the start, except of some crazy surprise from Max, but they are ready. Successful test, and that's really beautiful already. But what is Gazzetta saying? Because you know it, yesterday it was open for 300 supporters, but also from the media they are saying nasce la vera Juve. The real Juventus will be born really soon, because until now we know it was a virtual Juve, where we started with a 4-3-3 virtually, because we had the numbers on the paper but not the men that we wanted. Pogba was not there, Chiesa, Di Maria, Vlahovic, all of them absent and not able to play all together in that beautiful virtual Juve, so we had to adapt. It was not working. We switched to a 3-5-2 where we understood that the 3-man defense was the one that was actually giving the most solidity, confidence to the player to go with the 8 games of wins in a row without conceding a goal. But now it's time with Federico Chiesa that not only is ready to play parts of the game but from the start, and also Di Maria after the World Cup being ready to be a starter, to try to use the max out of our offensive power. And this is why Max yesterday was trying 2 different way of playing. The one that the most tifosi are asking for, the 4-3-3, but not only, he's also testing one that I'm asking since a few weeks, maybe even a few months. There are a lot of videos that you can find back on the channel why I'm screaming for a 3-4-2-1. Well, Max Allegri is watching the videos. It is a guarantee. Why? Because he said, that 4-3-3 is good, but you know it, the fans also know it. Who are playing there in that 4-man defense? Alexandro on the left, big difficulties. Who is on the right? Danilo, not an offensive fullback. Cuadrado, Allegri never trusted Cuadrado as a right back. Who is playing on the middle? Bremer with the difficulties that we saw when he's playing in a 4-man defense, especially on the left side when Bonucci will be back. Hey, big difficulty. So he's already thinking about the alternated formation. 3-man defense. Bremer can be Alexandro, can be Danilo on the left, or Gatti and Danilo on the right, whatever. But why is he doing that 3-4-2-1 to use the max offensive players, but also not renouncing at that 3-man defense that gives solidity? Attenzione, that 3-4-2-1 can become reality, and I'm really happy about that, because I know that sometimes on social media you see some messages, especially after the live with Romeo Agresti, people calling me clown because I was even thinking about the 3-4-2-1. Let's see what is also giving some hope for Juventini. Yesterday we were comparing in the live our friend Ealing Jr. to a possible new Alphonso Davies in terms of roles. Well, we received yesterday some proof, some evidences, not only of that, but also that Max Allegri is investing time in the youth, because yesterday he was asking him to pay attention to the defensive phase, giving him some tactical advices, and a few hours later, minutes later, when they were playing that friendly in family, we saw that Ealing Jr. was on Federico Chiesa, first man marking him and then chasing him. Of course, Federico Chiesa was too fast and Ealing had some difficulties, but we are growing there in that position. Who knows? We have a 4-man defense with Ealing Jr. That could be a possible alternative. Corriere dello Sport is speaking about Zaniolo. I have put him probably on the thumbnail. Probably I will put him on the thumbnail. But Zaniolo, vai. This is the message from Roma to Nicolo Zaniolo. Go away. If you want to, go away. But there is a problem with Zaniolo. What is the problem? That apparently Milan was on him and Bournemouth. Again, Bournemouth, the one that were on Weston McKennie. Well, Milan is going away. They don't have the money, they don't have the reassurance from the property, the owners of Milan, to go full power on the Italian number 22 of Roma. They are giving away. So what is Roma telling them? They are saying, well, Zaniolo, or you go to Bournemouth, because we already found an agreement with them, 35 million euro with them, or you give us a team that is at least able to equalize that offer. Who can? Because apparently Zaniolo is not really attracted by Bournemouth, like McKENNIE was not attracted by the English bottom relegation team of Premier League. Well, apparently, according to Rudy Garcia and Alfredo Pedula, Juventus is still on the players and they are thinking to finance Zaniolo's purchase to Juventus with the money that they will receive for Weston McKennie. Okay, my opinion here. Don't do it, Juventus. I am a big fan of the old Zaniolo, or the young Zaniolo, I have to say, the vintage Zaniolo. The last year were really difficult for Zaniolo, not being able to score with continuity. He solved apparently his injury, even if you never know, but he solved them because he's playing with regularity, but he's not able to go with a lot of great performances. I don't know, behavior problems and so on and so on. Maybe it's better to avoid it, and especially because you don't know, and we will speak it towards the end of the video, you don't know what will happen, the consequences of all the lawsuits against Juventus. Imagine, worst case scenario, you have a transfer ban. You can't buy and sign players for 1 or 2 seasons. With Alexandro leaving, with Quadrado leaving, who do you play? In Junior and De Sciglio? It's not enough. So please, Juventus, think twice. Invest now that you can with the money of McKennie on a right back or a right wing, whatever you want. But maybe it's more useful to go for these players than for a Zaniolo. Anyway, this is my opinion. We have some problems with Mercato, not only Juventus, but also Gazzetta dello Sport that is pointing out indeed Zaniolo, but also Inter with Skriniar that should leave for free at the end of the season, but also half of the team can leave. Dumfries, Correa, that is a total flop, and more for Inter. Same for Milan. Big problems there because all the signings of the summers are absolutely not performing. What about us? Well, McKennie. McKennie is the name that will go out of Juventus. Everyone is reassuring the supporters in the fact that McKennie can leave in the next coming hours. There was the offer from Leeds, and they are going in increasing that offer. They already did. They found already an agreement with the player. They just need to check with Juventus for a final okay. Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Leeds United is pushing for the Texas boy. Talks are continuing with Juventus after positive contacts on Thursday. McKennie has agreed personal terms with Leeds days ago, but it's not a done deal yet between the club. When I see some news of Fabrizio Romano, sometimes I'm thinking about that beautiful image, that beautiful meme. Anyway, calciomercato in Italy. 9 million spent in the winter transfer. And we go with the last part of the video. Tuttosport, la vogliono mandare in B. Do they want to send us in Serie B? I don't want to avoid, I don't want to dribble the topic because it's an important one. And I know that you are worried. For the people that skipped from the beginning until now, hello again. You missed a big important video. So after that, go back. But what are they saying? It's not an affirmation. It's not a confirmation. But it's a question that the Tuttosport is asking themselves, like all the supporters are saying. When we see the strange things, how they took away from us 15 points, we have the legitimacy to be scared, to fear, because there is another lawsuit that is coming, the one about the salary maneuver. Apparently, Giuseppe Chinet, that is, I don't know, he hates Juve more than whatever. He prefers to go to hell than saying Juventus was okay or leaving Juventus alone. No. He has an objective, is destroying Juventus. Giuseppe Chinet, he asked for 40 days more before going on court presenting his case, his study about the salary maneuver. When people are asking for 40 days more, that means that they are not ready. They are not ready, and they want to investigate more and more to prepare a big dossier. There are some rumors already that the Juventus could receive other 15 points. Some are even saying 20 points. Some are saying that maybe they will even go and be sent immediately in Serie B. I tell you the truth. Yes, I'm a bit worried. I am a bit worried because we saw the minus 15 points coming from nowhere. We saw what happened in 2006. I have absolutely no trust in the Italian justice, like a lot of fans of the world. Australian fans, JOFC, they even call the justice banana justice, to say banana. It's a banana justice. That's also my feeling. I have absolutely no idea what will happen. I don't believe they will send us in second division because they need Juventus in Serie A. But I believe they will do whatever they can to actually try to destroy Juventus, to give us so much penalty points that we are far away from the European competition. With that as a consequence that you probably, if you are punished in own league, Europa will use it to disqualify you from Europa League for 1, 2, 3 years. With the consequences that Juventus will have to sell their best players, with the consequences that you will miss big important entries for 2, 3 years, where they should try to hit Juventus for a long time. I don't know what will happen today. I can't give you yes or no what will happen. I just can tell you one thing that is in a part reassuring me are the words from John Elkann yesterday. No, non cediamo la Juve. No, we will not sell Juventus. And speaking also about the emotional but also the affection towards Juventus from the family Agnelli Elkann, because he also said look, it was the biggest passion of my grandfather. I will not sell Juventus. And this is in a way reassuring me, also with the rumors that are saying that Juventus this time, not like in 2006, will really defend themselves in court and if needed even higher to the next levels. Dai, defend Juventus, stay united Juventini. I hope you enjoyed that longer video. Grazie, forza, Juve.